right, that you're on this webinar. All right. So I'm super pumped. I'm super excited. All right. And of course, as you can see on the screen, the theme of this meeting is how you can escape the rat race of the Nigerian economy by learning to earn $500 to $5,000 working with foreign clients as a freelancer on Upwork. Of course, I don't need to tell you too much. We are all in this country together and we all know what's happening. We know how the naira is playing around the dollar in terms of conversion. As a matter of fact, if you're not earning in dollars right now, it's a huge problem. All right, it's a huge problem, and one of the easiest way to hedge yourself and live above the economy is, of course, to find a way to earn in dollars, no matter how little no matter how little. So just a quick one, just introduce yourself in the comment section. If you're on the Zoom, please do it in the Zoom. If you're on YouTube, please do it in the on YouTube, all right, depending on whatever platform you are connecting with us from. Please just drop in the comment section your name and where you're from. Your name and where you're from. All right, that's great. I can see our comments coming in. I can see our comments coming in. Whoa. Whoa, people from all over the country. Wow. Wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. All right. This is amazing. It's good to have us here. It's good to have us here. All right. So here are things you need to know even as the class starts. All right. Here are things you need to know as the class starts. Now, first of all, I want us to do away with every form of distraction. All right. So, if there's anything that you know is going to be a distraction to you, please, I would advise you put it aside because what I'm going to be sharing with you within the next 60 minutes, it's going to be pivotal for your finances. All right. It's going to be pivotal for the direction your life is going to take financially. So I need you to pay rapt attention, do away with all form of distractions, dedicate the next 60 minutes, that is 1 hour. All right, so we don't intend to take up to an hour. All right, an hour maximum. So I want you to pay rapt attention and focus and listen. All right, with all your five senses. All right, to everything I'm going to be sharing with you. Okay, to be on this webinar, you don't need to have a skill yet. Of course, there are people that were already in my DM even before this webinar started. Oh, I don't have a skill. Don't worry. The webinar is going to direct you on what to do. All right. So even if you don't have a skill yet, ensure you follow through on the webinar. Along the webinar, I'm going to show you what to do and how to go about it. Also, you don't need to have earned in dollars to be on this webinar. All right. I know there's some of us and they're like, oh, I've not earned in dollars before. That's the purpose of this webinar. All right. So it doesn't matter whether you're a newbie or you're a veteran. All right. Some of us have not earned at all. There's some that, have earned a little here and there. It doesn't matter what part you are on this pyramid. This webinar is meant and designed for you. All right. Also, being on this webinar also offers you the opportunity to learn from other industry experts. All right. So, being on this webinar, you're also going to have the opportunity to learn from other industry experts, not just me, including Hamza, who has done over $200,000 on Upwork. I call him the Upwork veteran. All right. So, but all in all, the whole webinar won't be more than 60 minutes. So, I need you to pay rapt attention. Whether you're working, whether you're out of work, whether you're a housewife, whether you're working 9 to 5, please follow up on this webinar. All right. Ensure you follow up and you find your footing along the line. Along the line. Okay, this is Hamza that's done $200,000. That's just a screenshot of his account. All right. So that is that. So before I proceed, I just want to share, you know, a bit of testimonials. Now, this is just to help your belief and help your mind, all right? Because I know some of us are like, oh, who is this guy? Who is this guy? And what does he have to offer me in this webinar? All right. So before we even get there, let me just share a few success stories of people who have been on previous webinars, just like you are right now, all right? And how their stories have been transformed, all right? And how their stories have been transformed. As you can see on the screen now, this is Damilola Omosewa. She got her first offer of $80. Now, as at today, as at the time of this webinar, dollar to naira is almost 1,008 now, about 1,760 something thereabout. All right. Now, if you do that conversion, that's 136,000 naira. Of course, for a first offer is not bad. All right. Now imagine getting just four offers a month, just four offers of $80 a month. You could imagine what that is going to do to your finances. All right. You can imagine that what's going to do to your finances. Now, this is just one out of many that have been on this webinar, just like the way you are right now, benefited from it, implemented what I taught, and has gotten, you know, result. This is Ibukun Adekunle that did $1,000. That's 1.7 million. All right. And there are a whole lot of others, not just them. These are Wotunde Adebayo. He has done $700 and counting. If you take your time to read on the screen, you can see how he talked about how he has sent proposals. He has done over $700. As you can see here, he has withdrawn $200 and $500 is still in contract. All right. By the time you do that conversion, you know that that's some tangible income in there. All right. That's some tangible income in there. So I don't want you to trivialize anything. I just need you to open up your mind and receive everything you're going to be learning tonight. Now, why should you listen to me? I've been on the online space for over 3 years and I've helped over 2,000 amazing persons start up their own online business and get remote jobs from the comfort of their homes. All right. You don't need to, leave your house, just your laptop, your internet, your mobile phone, your internet, and you're good to go. Now, they can now boast of being able to live comfortable lives, sponsor their families, add to their income just because they decided to attend this live class, just like what you're doing right now, and trusted me to help them. All right, so let's look at this more like a table of content, just like a bullet point of what I'll be sharing with us throughout the course of the webinar. All right, so at the end of this webinar, this is what you're going to learn. This is what you're going to know. First of all, my journey in freelancing. Of course, how I started in freelancing to where I am right now. Secondly, I'll talk about mental blocks. Thirdly, what freelancing is. All right, so you're going to know what freelancing is even if you have never attempted or heard about it before. All right. You're also going to know how to stop submitting work proposals that get rejected and how to do it the right way. These for people that have already, been on freelancing platforms for a while. I'll also talk about how to apply your skill and start earning in dollars. Then, of course, as I mentioned earlier, you have the opportunity to learn from two seasoned veterans who have backed over $200,000 on Upwork. And lastly, you will also have the opportunity to join my paid program, the Upwork Mastermind 2.0. Now, it's not compulsory you join my paid program, all right? This webinar is free and you are going to hear information that is going to transform your life, all right? However, at the end of this webinar, I will still recommend you take up my paid program if you want to push further. But as I said, it's not compulsory. The webinar alone is going to equip you and teach you with a lot of things you are going to need or you need to know to start earning in dollars. All right. So I want you to stay with me. Now, my journey in freelancing. My journey in freelancing basically started from Fiverr in 2017. And as you can see on the screen, the major service I was offering on Fiverr was English to Yoruba translation. Now, why did I put this here? Sometimes some of us think that you have to make it complicated. Of course, what I've learned with my days and so far, my experience in freelancing is that it does not have to be complicated. Sometimes it's the simple things that count. Many of us think that things have to be so complicated to make money, but making money does not have to be complicated. The simple thing, that thing you neglect so much, can be what will put the most money in your pocket. And Fiverr in 2017, I started offering English to Yoruba. Mind you, this was not the only service, as you can see on the screen. I was offering relieve you from depression, a counseling gig. I was proofreading and copy editing words, translating to Yoruba, doing graphic design, transcribing audio. But as you can see on the screen, English to Yoruba translation was my most sought after gig. And you can see in that bracket, I had 14 orders compared to one other here and two others here. All right. Now, mind you, my Yoruba is not even so solid. So for the most part, I rely on Google Translate to do some of these Yoruba jobs I was doing. All right. So I get gigs and I take these gigs to Google. I do like an English to Yoruba translation. Then I look through it and I give it back to the clients. As you can see on this last screen, you can see some people that contacted me for their service. You could see responding to them. Thank you so much. Great communication. Stay safe. You could see this from the US. Wonderful service, quick service. I appreciate the accuracy. You are very much welcome. This is me replying. Can you see exactly what I needed? Now, all these are requested for Yoruba to English. You can imagine people in the US demanding for Yoruba to English translation. You understand something that you can do, but you feel like it's too negligible. So, as I said, sometimes it's the little things that count. Those things you feel like they are negligible. That is what can put money in your pocket sometimes. So, you don't have to deprive yourself. You don't have to feel like you don't have anything you can offer. Sometimes it's the little things that count. Then you can imagine my other services I was offering then didn't even make me money, like my Yoruba to English translation. All right. And I did that on Fiverr between 2017 up to 2020. From 2020, I moved on to Upwork, and the rest is history. All right. Now, what my early days of freelancing taught me was this. First of all, it made me understand that I can serve multiple people at once instead of being stuck with one person in a 9 to 5. So instead of being stuck with one person in a 9 to 5, as a freelancer, I can serve so many people at the same time, having 3, 4 jobs, working for 5, 6 people at the same time. So it is better for 5 people to pay me than being stuck with one person who is underpaying me and me trying to demand for a pay raise. Now think about it. Think about it. Instead of serving one person and expecting a pay raise, being glued in an office where you go in the morning and leave in the evening, compare it with somebody who sits in his house and has like 3 or 4 or 5 different people he's working for, and all of them are paying in dollars. You can do the math in your head. Of course, I'm going to earn more when I serve multiple people than being stuck with one person. That is one of the things I learned from my early days in freelancing. Number two, it does not have to be complicated. Simple can be enough. As I said earlier, it was Yoruba to English translation I started with. It does not have to be complicated. Some of us think you have to code, you have to do some heavy things. It does not have to be complicated. It can be as basic, as simple as it can be. And that can be what will put money in your pocket. So do not trivialize what you can do. Do not feel like what you can do is so small. Who is going to pay me? Sometimes those simple tasks can be enough. All right. Sometimes those simple, those basic things can be enough. And the last thing I put here is earning in dollars is a sure way to live above the economic hardship. That is for real. All right. The best way, the surest way to live above the economic hardship in Nigeria or Africa is to find a way to earn in dollars. No matter where you are in Africa, trust me, if you are earning in dollars, you will be living good. It doesn't matter how little it is. So far, it is coming in dollars. By the time you do that conversion, you find out that you're living a far more better life than the average person around you. All right. Now, here are still testimonials of people that, have benefited from my meetings in the past. You can see Damilari here, who has generated over 2.2 million naira following what I thought, and Ibukun, who did over $1,000. All right, so that's by the way. Now, this leads us to the second point, and this is mental blocks. This is mental blocks. All right, as you can see on the screen, I put up something there. I said, every house was built twice. First in the mind and secondly in the physical. Now, what do I mean? Before a developer, or maybe you own a house or your parent own a house, before they built that house, what did they do? They had to consult an architect to draft out the building plan. Now, what is the work of the building plan? The building plan brings out the mental picture of the house and draws it out on paper. So it's not enough to have a dream that is, just in your mind. You have to flesh it out. All right. And what you need to understand is, before that dream was fleshed out, before that house you see physically, before those skyscrapers you see physically, they were first in somebody's mind. All right. When you go to a place like Dubai and you see all those high rise buildings, what you need to understand is that those things are is somebody's vision. Someone has thought of them, someone had drafted a plan, an architect has mapped out the plan of that building before it was erected. All right. Now, why am I telling you this? You need a mental picture of your desired outcome. You need to hold it with conviction before it can become a reality. Every house was built twice, first in the mind and secondly in the physical. You want to earn in dollars. Do you have a mental picture of the amount you want to earn in dollars? You need to see yourself earning in this kind of figures. That's what I mean by having a mental picture. It's not enough for you to just say, oh, I want to make a better living. I want to live a better life. Do you have a mental picture of it in your mind? Have you thought about it? Have you meditated on this thing? Have you sat on it to become a strong and deep conviction in your heart? Because one thing you need to understand is making money, there are two sides to making money. First of all, there is the unseen side and there's the seen side. There's the part that is not visible to the human eyes, and that has to do with your mindset, your convictions, your emotions, your desire. You see, all these things are things people cannot see and touch, but they play a large role in determining whether you are going to get that desired result or not. All right. And once you know you have that unseen part being checked, the physical part is going to be a walk in the park. Like I said earlier, the house that was built was first in somebody's mind. Once that person can conceive it properly in his mind and he drafts it out on a sheet of paper, trust me, the main physical building becomes a walk in the park. The main work is the conception that happens in the mind of that person. All right. So if you see yourself earning in dollars, you desire a kind of result, you want to live a certain kind of life, you need to find a way to have a mental picture of that result. You see yourself living in a particular kind of house, you see yourself driving a particular kind of car, you need to visualize it in your mind and hold it, meditate on it, and develop strong conviction for it. All right. Once you can do this, this is what propels you to take the necessary physical steps to bring these things into reality. All right. In fact, the fact that you're on this webinar today tells me that you've meditated on something in your mind. All right. You've thought about ways to make money in your mind. And that is why God brought you here, or the universe brought you here, or whatever you hold there. You understand? Because it's a product of the mindset, the thought process, your belief systems. These are the things that come together, though they cannot be seen or touched, but these are the things that come together that energizes you, that produces that financial energy, that propels you to do what is necessary to get the desired results you want to see in your life. All right. Now, what is the current dollar to naira rate? I need you to put it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section. All right. What is the current dollar to naira rate? Please put it out in the comment section because this is really practical and I want you to see this out for yourself. Now, imagine you are doing $500 to $1,000 every single month. As at now, like I said, it's almost 1,800. All right, but I just used 117 here. Now imagine it's $500. When you multiply that by 1,700, that is 850,000 naira monthly. Now, this is how many jobs do you think in Nigeria is going to pay you 850,000 naira monthly? Type it out in the comment section. Or how many jobs in Nigeria do you think will comfortably pay you 850,000 naira monthly? How many? But do you know it is more easier? It is way easier to get freelance jobs that will pay you $500. Way, way, way easier to get freelance jobs that will pay you $500 effortlessly than it is to get a job in Nigeria that will pay you $850,000. If you agree with me, please just type I agree. I need to know we're on the same page. Type I agree. Now, why am I saying this? Because I need you to put your mind on the safest and surest path it is for you to get your desired outcome. Remember what I said earlier about mental blocks, about having a mental picture of your desired outcome or desired money, desired house, desired spouse, and holding it in your mind. Once you hold it in your mind begins to show you ways you can bring it to reality. In fact, like I said, some of you on this webinar, it is your mind that brought this webinar, that brought my art to you because of how you've meditated on how you are going to come out or outgrow your current financial situation. All right. And it responded by bringing you to this webinar and you registered and here you are. All right. Now, like I said, it is way easier for you to get freelance offer of $500 than it is for you to get any Nigerian job that will pay you 850,000 naira. So what does this mean? It means you need to focus on the right thing, which is what freelancing and getting offers that will comfortably pay you in dollars than try to, I don't know, find your way around in Nigeria. I don't know where you're going to see that job. All right. Now, if you were shown a step-by-step guide on how to bag this 500 to $1,000 monthly, what is the first thing you would like to do? Now, imagine like what I said earlier, you've pictured yourself in that dream house, you've pictured yourself with that dream car, you've pictured yourself with the dream spouse, dream husband or wife, all right? Now it's money that is left, all right? And now you now have access to a step-by-step guide on how you can make this money in dollars. What is the first thing you would like to do? What will you buy? What would it do to your lifestyle? Please put it in the comment section. The reason why I want you to put it in comment section is it's going to help your mind to visualize these things. All right. It's making you actively participate in the conversation. All right. As you're actively participating in the conversation, it's sending your mind wild. So your mind is going to be thinking of what to do and how to draw these things into reality. All right. So put it in the comment section. What are you going to buy? What kind of car? What kind of house? What will it do to your lifestyle? All right. If you can bring this into reality to earn this kind of amount that you really want to earn, I can see some of our comment section. I'm seeing some houses and some cars. Well, that's amazing. Just put it there and hold it in your mind. Hold it in your mind. And please stay with me. All right, as we proceed. Stay with me as we proceed. All right. So this leads us to the next subtopic, which is what is freelancing. All right. I'm going to tie up everything together at the end. So please just stay with me. So, what is freelancing? Recall I tied it up from your mindset, to earning in dollars, where I said it's more easier to get a $500 job than to get 850 naira job in Nigeria. I linked it up to what it's going to do to your lifestyle. Now I'm showing you what to do to put that $500, $1,000 in your pocket. And if you're here and you're already doing 1,000, 2,000 is not an issue for you, still follow up, all right? Because I'm still going to show you how you can scale for those that are already earning decently in dollars, all right? And the path here is freelancing, all right? So, what is freelancing? What is freelancing? What is freelancing? What is freelancing? All right, you've been seeing freelancing everywhere. What is freelancing? Freelancing is simply rendering services on a contract basis. All right, rendering your skill, your service on a contract basis. So basically, you are not working as an employee. So basically, you're not working as an employee per se. You simply get contract, gets paid, and gets paid for your service. So it's not you working as an employee where you're like 95. It's more like working on a contract basis. Oh, somebody will come and I need ABC done. You do it and the person pays you. All right. So you can have conversation with a lot of potential clients at the same time, get their work done at the same time, and earn money from different sources at the same time. So there are different freelance platforms, all right? There are different freelance platforms. Um, there's something else I need to mention, all right? Like I said, it's rendering services on a contract basis where you're not working as an employee, you get contract and you get paid for your service. Another thing you need to understand about freelancing is that there are also freelance platform. So what does this freelance platform do? They serve as a marketplace where job owners and job seekers meet. So the way you have a physical market where you go to meet people selling tomatoes, I don't know, let's say you want to cook a particular kind of meal, and you go to the market, you buy all the ingredients, all right, and you go and prepare it at home. The same thing, we have freelance platform. So what do you have on freelance platform? People that have jobs, oh, they need one thing done, they need another thing done, they come and post it on freelance platforms. So people that can offer these services, they go and register on these platforms. So what now happens? The job owners and the job seekers, you meet there, You do the jobs, and the freelance platform serves as a mediator, get the money from the person and pay it to you. All right. So there are multiple freelance platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, TopTal, and a host of many others. All right. And a host of many others. I still have a lot of testimonials popping out in this webinar. All right. All right. So this is Blessing, who was also, at some point in this webinar, just like you are. She got an offer of $1,000 and follow-up offer of $4,000. This is Ayomide Babalola. He got $8,950. By the time you do those conversions to Naira, it's going to really be crazy. It's going to be crazy. So these are people that have followed up. They've been on this webinar just like you, followed my instructions, and they're doing well. They are doing well for themselves. This is also a Bukon who got paid in Bitcoin. This is Antonia, who has done over $1,000. Over $1,000. You could see here. Good morning, guys. I want to publicly thank Samuel Jibowu. All right, now this is because of how she has benefited. All right, so there are a host of others. Mind you, these screenshots are from my community. All right, because I have a freelance community. Good afternoon. I want to especially thank Samuel Jibowu for putting this community up, and also everyone that's been contributing one way or the other. I got my first job at my very first attempt, even though I was only playing around it. I'm not ready low. It was just a test of action to see what I've been reading here. And to my surprise, the tester had to be tested. So it was her first time sending up a proposal, and she got an offer. All right. So that's by the way. Let's come back to where we are. All right. So what is Upwork basically? Recall what I said earlier. Recall what I said earlier, because everything is linked up. I talked about what freelancing is. In fact, I talked about the mind, how you need to visualize the kind of results you want, the kind of money you want to earn. Then I linked up the mind with a how. So because you visualize the kind of money you want to earn, the next thing is, how do I earn it? I have to earn it in dollars, all right, because that's the more easier route. I can easily get paid $500 than 850,000. How do I get paid in dollars? Leads us to freelancing, all right. Freelancing, coming to a platform where job owners and job seekers meet. And they remember I said there are different freelance platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, TopTal, and a host of others. Then we now come to Upwork, which is the one I am talking about. So we could see all these things is linked. Please, if you are following, please just put up following in the comment section. I need to be sure we are all on the same page. Please put up following in the comment section. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, I think I'm speaking good. All right. So, what is Upwork? Upwork is a freelance site that connects buyers and sellers. It's a freelance platform that connects buyers and sellers together. In other words, it connects you that have a skill with them that have money to pay for your skill. It's an online marketplace, just like the way you have physical marketplace, where buyers meet sellers. So, like I said earlier before, you want to make a delicacy, you go to the market to buy tomatoes and the rest. The same thing. You have a skill set, you go to a freelance platform, register on the platform, register what you can do. And people that need your service would also come to that platform to seek you out, give you a job, and you get paid in dollars. All right. Now, in this marketplace, talking about Upwork, soft skills are being traded for money. All right. Clients from all over the world come here to look out for people whose services they need. All right. All right. So, whoa. Now, the person that made up the slide for me is one of my students. All right, we did it together. I didn't realize that a lot of testimonials littered around. All right, this is Jay Stans, $55. This is the same guy. He did $150. These are people that have you know, been in this webinar just like the way you are now and have benefited a lot. Thank you so much, Mr. Jibo Samuel, for this support class. Indeed, it was worth what I paid for. I have already learned a lot from you. So Monday you posted. So these are just a lot of people. These are just a lot of people who have benefited from my trainings in the past. This is $100. All right. So benefit of Upwork, guys. What are the benefit of Upwork? Remember I said how I tied everything together down to freelance platforms to Upwork. Now we're talking about the benefits of Upwork. All right. So, what are the benefits? What are the benefits of Upwork? Number one, it is an online marketplace where you get connected with people from all over the world who pay you in dollars for your services. All right. You get connected with people from all over the world who pay you in dollars for your services. All right. That's number one. Number two, new jobs in Upwork springs up every 5 minutes. So once you go to the platform on Upwork, every 5 minutes there are always new jobs springing up on the platforms. So what it means is that if you pay your cards right, you have proper guidance, you do what you need to do, you are going to get offers on Upwork that is going to pay you in dollars for your service. All right. For your service. Number three, it gives you the time and freedom as you are not limited to time and space. All right. So it gives you time and freedom because you're not limited to time and space. Now imagine a 9 to 5 where you have to go to your office or wherever it is and sit down for I don't know how long. You understand, but freelancing gives you time and space freedom. You don't have to be in one place. No matter where you are, you can do your job. You can be on the go. You could travel to wherever you want to go to. So far, you have your internet connection and your device. You are good to go. You can literally work from anywhere around the world just with your mobile phone and the internet. Number four, you can offer unlimited digital services on Upwork, which includes copywriting, graphic design, coding, UI design, virtual assistant, translator, transcriber, and a whole lot more. Now, remember what I said earlier. Sometimes it's the simple things that work. So, even though I said coding, UI design, it doesn't mean that what you have is small. What you can do might be something that seems basic, but even as basic as it is, all right, it is also needed. So I don't want to despise that thing you can do. All right. People sometimes talk down on themselves and feel like, oh, they are not skillful enough. What they can do is so little. But sometimes little is enough. All right. Sometimes you can do a great thing from a small place. All right. So sometimes little is enough. I've personally offered translation services before. I think I've talked about that earlier, where I showed you how I was doing Yoruba to English translation. Number five, you get paid in dollars. Um, of course, like I said, the currency keeps depreciating every day. So Upwork is a great place to earn in dollars and hedge your money against inflation and the dip in the naira or whatever currency you earn in around Africa. Whoa, a lot of testimonials. This is another person who, has passed through the webinar like this. Hello, Coach Sam. I sent a proposal to a client this morning. He has agreed to pay me an estimate fee of $1,000 for a website design. All right. So we also have Fasami Oindamola. So they are quite, a lot of people who have benefited and, have been earning in dollars following through the meetings like this. So I just needed to pay attention and, of course, like I said, follow instruction. Now, number six, you have time to serve God and you have time for your loved ones and family. All right. Number six, you have time to serve God and you have time for your loved ones and family. The best and easiest way to attract high paying clients is by becoming a freelancer on Upwork. And even if you don't have a skill yet or a service you can offer, or you failed, you've tried it a lot of times and failed, there is still hope for you. There's still a way around it. All right. There's still a way around it. I just need you to follow up with what I want to say. Now, if you want high paying clients, your country will not give you such clients. You won't find them on your WhatsApp list. You have to go where they are. All right. You have to go where they are. They have to see you. I usually give this analogy, all right, and let me give it here. Let me give it here. You're a good chef, for example, you make the best you're the best. Okay, let's say you make you make the best beef, right? Or is it steak? It's being called now, all right? And you make the best in your country or in your state or wherever you are, and you just do it in your house and you eat it just you alone. Now, no matter how good you are, because you're doing it in your house and you're eating it alone, nobody's going to recognize you. If you want to be recognized, you have to go out there. As a matter of fact, the people that earn the most are not necessarily the best. They are just the loudest. That's just what it is. So if you're good at something, you have to let the world know that you can do this thing. All right. So that's what I mean by you have to go to where they are. If you have one skill or the other that you think you could offer on freelance platforms and Upwork, you don't sit in your house expecting them to come and meet you. You have to go to where they are. And where will you find them? On freelance platforms like Upwork. All right. On freelance platforms like Upwork, you have to go to where they are. The freelance industry is growing at a rapid rate, estimated to reach, I mean, you can look at that figure. You can look at that figure. So it's a huge market size. 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 All right. It's a huge market size. And there's a whole lot, you can do for yourself. So before I continue, I still want to reiterate the last 4 points I talked about. So I bring us up to speed. Remember, I started talking about our mind and how mentality is important, how you should picture the kind of results you want, the kind of lifestyle you want, the kind of money you want to earn. Then once you have pictured that, you think of, okay, what is the how? How do I get it? Because as I said, it's easier to earn $500 than to get a Nigerian job that will pay you 850,000 naira. All right. So what do I do? How do I do it? Freelancing. All right. Because freelancing is a route for me to earn in dollars. There are different freelance platforms. Which one can I start with? Which one do I have available knowledge to? Which one am I on the webinar of right now? That is Upwork. All right. And that leads us here. All right. So you are learning on Upwork, you're learning about Upwork on this webinar, and Upwork is going to help you deliver that result you desire. All right. Then the next thing for you to do is to what? Get your get your gloves dirty and keep your hands clean. All right. So let's continue. Now, when it comes to freelancing on Upwork, there are a lot of points that count. There are a lot of things that count. All right. There are a lot of things that count. And number one is there are a lot of things that count. All right, let me just skip this and go here. There are a lot of things that count, and these are what I have personally discovered. All right, and this is what I'm showing you. These are what matters so much when it comes to freelancing on Upwork. And if you understand these things perfectly, you are going to move your freelancing game from 0 to 100 within a short time. All right. Now there are only five things that matters. There are only five things that matters. Trust me, opening an account is the least of your worries. All right. Is the least of your worries. There are five things that matters. Number one is what setting up a good profile to attract your ideal client. Setting up a good profile. This is me. All right. Setting up a good profile to attract your ideal client. There are ways you can set up a profile to attract the client you want. That is number one thing you need to understand when it has to do with freelancing on Upwork. All right. There's a way you have to position yourself. All right. Number two is understanding and knowing how to write killer proposals. It's very important you know how to write proposals. Like I said, like I tell my student, proposal, I look at it as the tip of the spear. All right. It's the tip of the spear. No matter how good what you do is, you need to market it out there. And that is what proposal does for you, understanding how to write a killer proposals. Setting up, number three, setting up a good portfolio to attract high paying international clients. High paying international client. This is my portfolio when I talk with my clients on Upwork. There's a way you can set up your portfolio, all right, that would attract high clients. Portfolio is just you putting up your work out there so people can see, oh, this is the work I've done before. All right, that's exactly what portfolio is. All right, and understanding Upwork SEO and submitting proposals. Now, there's a way you can set up your accounts that apart from you submitting jobs, you also get invited to submit jobs. Now, look at this from Mr. Raya. Hello, I would like to invite you to take a look at the job I've posted. Please submit a proposal if you are available. Now, this is the clients coming to me, not me going to him. All right, you can submit proposals, but there are ways you could set up your profile that these guys will even come to you. They will tell you they want you to submit a proposal to bid for their particular offers. And number five is being part of a growing and thriving freelance communities. Now, if you understand these five things I've just mentioned perfectly, you are going to move your freelance game from 0 to 100 within a short time. Now, imagine if you had access to these five things I said. You can create your profile perfectly. You can write an irresistible killer proposal perfectly, that clients will rush over to hire you at a glance. You have access to a growing and thriving freelance community. You can set up a profile SEO that will give you visibility and make you rank and get interviews even without you applying. Now, imagine you have access to all these. What are you going to do? Put it out in the comment section. If you have access to all this, what are you going to do? Remember what I told us about engaging? It helps put our mind in check. So tell me, what are you going to do if you have access to all of these? All right. Now, imagine you have access to everything I said. Are you going to take it? Just type yes or no in the comment section. Are you going to take it? What are you going to do about it? Imagine you had access to a program that will teach you everything I've mentioned and more. To earn in dollars, just ask the testimonials the people have shared. Are you going to take it? Are you going to take it? All right. And that's why, I'm recommending to you the Upwork Mastermind 2.0. All right. That's why I'm recommending the Upwork Mastermind 2.0. It's a program I put together that will take you from point zero to point 100 as regards freelancing, as regards Upwork. All right. Now, if your question is I don't have a skill, just be patient. I'll still talk about it. All right. It's a program I put together, myself and my team, that will take you from point zero to point 100, no matter where you are right now. All right. Now, these are still some testimonials of people that, have passed through this in the past. You could see here, sharing his testimonial. Oh, he got his first offer here, you know, and there are a lot of testimonials. I got this course last week, Thursday, a lot of testimonials from people that have benefited from both my free and paid content, all right, and have gotten so much result. This guy is from India, all right. He became top rated and, got a 5-star rating. There are quite, a whole number of them, all right. The whole number of people that have gotten their footing in freelancing and their first dollar, skilled their earnings in dollars from benefiting from both this webinar and my mastermind program. All right. So this is what you're going to get in the program. Basically, it's made up of four sections. It's made up of four sections. It's made up of four sections, as you can see. There's a fourth section, but this slide was prepared before it was added. All right. So, section one. This is what you are getting in section one, as you can see it here. Mind you, this is exactly what the course looks like. This picture is on the course management software. All right. So how to open an Upwork account, how to approve an account, create an online portfolio, how to write killer proposals. Remember, these are part of those five things that I talked about. Stocking Upwork profiles, connect, how to verify your Upwork accounts, and a lot of other things. Now, section two majorly is for people that don't have a skill or want to upskill yourself. So what did we do? We infused full skill tech courses into the program. All right. So as you can see, this is a full program on artificial intelligence, a full course. You could see about 7 hours, a full course on Microsoft Excel, a full course on data science, a full course on Python programming, a full course on ChatGPT, a full course on product management, and a full course on UI UX infused into the course. This is what you have under section two in the program. All right, section three is a more advanced section. You have the new rules of Upwork road to become interpreted, how I set up my hourly rates, Upwork terms of service, hourly or fixed rate, which and why, boosting proposals with Connect, the holy trinity of Upworks, which is review, proposals, and portfolio. The fourth section, which is advanced, is the section that is taken by Mr. Hamza, who has done over $200,000 in Upwork. All right, an Upwork veteran. All right, and this is his section. You're going to be learning a lot from him in the mastermind as well. All right, this is just a little video that shows you what the whole management program looks like, the whole software program looks like. Because this, like I said, this is an LMS where the course is hosted. So you have the section one, the section two, this section two, you have section three and section four. This is exactly what the course, you know, looks like. All right, this is exactly what it looks like. And there are questions people usually ask, frequently asked questions. So I just want to like attend to them, real quick. Do I need a laptop? Now, it's a very tricky question. What you need first is an internet connection. A laptop can be important and cannot be important. Now, it is largely dependent on the kind of skill you are offering. As regards navigating Upwork, your mobile phone is enough. All right. But let's say you're doing you're offering a service that maybe you are doing UI UX, for example. Obviously, you need a laptop to deliver that service. You can't do it on your phone. But if you're doing like maybe a writing gig, it's something you can do on your phone. All right. So it depends on the nature of service you are offering. But as regards navigating Upwork, submitting proposals and the rest, you can use your phone and an internet connection to do that. Number two, I do not have a DOM account for this. Now, to earn in dollars, definitely on Upwork, you will need to get a dollar payment system. But even if you don't have it, it's been taken care of in the program. There is a section in the program that is going to teach you how to get this done as fast as possible. So you don't need to have a DOM account to get started. It's all covered in the program. Number three, I don't have any experience. You don't need any experience, all right? It covers you from ground zero to 100, whether you're a newbie or you are a veteran. Number four, I work 9 to 5. In fact, you that work 9 to 5, you even need it more because this is a great way for you to, you know, have another system of earning by the side to accompany what you already do, to augment what you already do and earn by the side.
Hi, my name is Sandra.
So listen.
I'm a medical staff and equally a freelancer. Recently, I took Jibo's course, which has helped me to move from depending on my little salary to making a stream of income. Who says medical workers has no other side hustles? They do have, but me, I choose to be a freelancer, and getting this guy's course has helped me a lot. Thank you.
All right, so that's Sandra. She's a mother of one. She's a nurse. Even with her nursing schedule, she's still freelancing and has done.
Good day, everyone. My name is Blessing Oluchi Nwachuku, and I'm a beneficiary of the Upwork Mastermind course by Samuel Jibo, and this is my earning on Upwork. As you can see over here, this is my Upwork public profile. And this is how much I've made so far, $700 and counting, with 5 jobs. And over here at Upwork, I do video editing. Now you also can make as much as this and even more if you just take the first step by taking up this course. Now this course teaches you from the very beginning, which is creating your profile, to sending winning proposals to land you a client. Now this job for me has been so beneficial. Now it had made me become financially independent even without stepping out of my house. There's a mindset shift it has given me as an individual. I don't need to do 6 to 5 in the current day Nigeria to be able to make money. And guys, the best of it all, economy has nothing on you when you work on Upwork, because you don't make money from this currency, which is Naira. So you also should get this course, because you come back and give me the testimony, I promise you.
All right, so that is Blessing, who has taken up the program before.
Hi guys, I'm Faithful Nyamra. I'm a student of the Upwork Mastermind by Samuel Jibo. So I took the course February last year. Yeah, before then I already knew about Upwork, but then I was applying for jobs. So I wasn't making any sales. I wasn't getting any jobs and all of that, and I was just frustrated. So I met Sir Samuel, and he gave me access to the course. When I got to the course, I got it February, and then by April 8th, yeah, I can never forget that date. I got my first job. So yeah, so after the first job, April 16th got my second job, and that was how I kept on going. And then so let me open my Upwork account. Also, this is my Upwork account. As you can see, I've made over $700. I use my brother's details. That's my first account, and this is my second account. I created this account to test out my skills, to know if I was really good at this. And with one job alone I got $87. So after that I went back to LinkedIn. I focused on LinkedIn fully, and let me show you my accounts. Last month's first $200, then 135, then 150. So this October 2nd, this was for September. So in total I made $485. September, and then October I've done 150 and 200. So that's how God helped use Sir Samuel Jibo to change my life, and through using the Upwork Mastermind program, and I'm very sure you can do the same for you. So as you get this course, just pay attention, follow the instructions, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you.
All right, so those are testimonials from some of the persons that have taken up the program in the past. There are a whole lot of testimonials, but I just put these ones here so you can see what it's like. Now, how do I get in the program? How do I get into the program? The total value of all you are going to be getting for this program is well over $1,000. But to make it affordable so we can all come in, we have pegged the price at 50,000 naira only. At 50,000 naira only. However, we still have a special discount for you if you are taking it up today. Now, the price is 50,000 naira, but if you are taking it up between now and 12 midnight, we'll let you pay 35,000 naira only. I think we've tried. Have we not tried? I think we have. So I'll just need you to screenshot. You could take a picture of the account details. Once you make payment, just chat me up on the WhatsApp group, whether you're on the YouTube, whether you're joining from YouTube or from Zoom. Chat me up on the WhatsApp group. If you are taking it up between now and 12 midnight, that is today, we'll let you pay 35,000. Then from tomorrow, it goes back to 50,000 naira. All right. So you're going to be getting everything. And also, another bonus we're adding for you. If you've known me so well, you know I'm very big on mind shifts. Now, this is another course I'm giving you for free if you take up this program tonight. This is a fast action bonus, and I'll grant you access to the alchemy of results. It's a combination of Napoleon Hill's ancient texts and his book on Think and Grow Rich. So there are videos that explain this. It's a different course, it's a mindset course, but I'm going to grant you this for free if you take up the program tonight. All right. So this is if you take up the program tonight. So you will have access to this for free. So you could take a picture of the account details 0208992306 GT Bank. Akolade Samuel Ajibo, pay 35,000 naira, send me a screenshot to my WhatsApp. That is the admin of the group. Please ensure that it's the admin of the group you're sending it to. Now, this offer is only for now till midnight. From tomorrow, it goes back to 50,000 naira. All right. So if you want to be like, faithful,
Good day.
like blessed,
Good day.
like the nurse I talked that we shared our testimonial with, other people too, a lot of screenshots and testimonials of others that have benefited from the program. If you want to move your financial game to the next level, then I would highly recommend you take up the program. Like I said, the discount is for now till 12, 35,000 naira. If you want to join my community, have access to the program that is going to change your financial game for good. That is going to change your financial game for good. All right. So I would advise you to take it up now that you still have access to this offer. And mind you, as I said, for Fast Action Bonus, you'll also get this course for free for those that take it up between now and 12 midnight. midnight. All right, between now and 12 midnight. Between now and 12 midnight. All right. If you still have any question, maybe something different I didn't talk about, and the group you can ask, you can just there's a way you can reply. It's a WhatsApp community, but there's a way you could reply, to send, ask a question. All right. So that 5,000 naira discount, if you're taking it up between now and 12 midnight, I will highly recommend you take it within this window before the cost goes back to 50,000 naira tomorrow. All right. So because you're on this webinar, we're giving you that discount. And of course, you also have the fast action bonus of this course on mindset for free. All right. Once you do that, send it to my DM. All right. Ensure you've taken up a screenshot. Ensure you've taken up a screenshot. Ensure you've taken up a screenshot. Then send
Hi
it
guys,
to
I'm
my
Faithful
DM.
Nyama. I'm a student of the Upwork Mastermind by Samuel Jibo. So I took the course February last year. Yeah, before then I already knew about Upwork, but then I was applying for jobs. So I wasn't making any sales. I wasn't getting any jobs and all of that, and I was just frustrated. So I met Sir Samuel, and he gave me access to the course. When I got to the course, I got it February, and then by April 8th, yeah, I can never forget that date. I got my first job. So yeah, so after the first job, April 16th got my second job, and that was how I kept on going. And then so let me open my Upwork account. Also, this is my Upwork account. As you can see, I've made over $700. I use my brother's details. That's my first account, and this is my second account. I created this account to test out my skills, to know if I was really good at this. And with one job alone, I got $87. So after that, I went back to LinkedIn. I focused on LinkedIn fully, and let me show you my accounts. Last month was first $200, then 135, then 150. So this October 2nd, this was for September. So in total, I made $485. September, and then October I've done 150 and 200. So that's how God helped use Sir Samuel Jibo to change my life, and through using the Upwork Mastermind program. And I'm very sure you can do the same for you. So as you get this course, just pay attention, follow the instructions, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you.
All right. So ensure you've had a screenshot of the account. Once you make payment, send it to my DM. Or I'm already getting DMs already. Or some people are already like signing up already. Oh, that's great. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. That's great. More are still coming in. All right. So you can once you make payment, send me a screenshot. So you have access to the program. You have access to community as well. All right, you have access to community as well. That 5,000 naira stands between now and 12 midnight. From tomorrow, the cost goes back to 50,000 naira. All right, the cost goes back to 50,000 naira. So as I said earlier, 60 minutes. Of course, we are at 58 minutes, and we'll be ending the webinar now. So thank you so much, guys. I do appreciate your time. All right, ensure you don't miss out on this window between now and 12 midnight. Take up the discount for the 5,000 naira. Once you do that, send a screenshot to my WhatsApp to get added to the community.